Hi. So in this video, we're covering some of the UX innovation that is happening with AI. So I like this quote from Virtual CEO that a lot of things in AI innovation has been complemented with the UX innovation as well. And then I've put some of the favorite which do class with what Guilherme is saying. So the first one is cursor command key experience, and I think most of the developer can relate to this experience. There are a lot of AI tools before that where you had to copy paste and figure things out, and the aspect that Cursor built it within VS Code Cop fork, and VS Code was something people were familiar with, and then this was very much integrated within the experience. Turned out to be a game changer, and that has been one of the I think the biggest innovation when it comes to UX and AI. It also had a lot of tech backing. For example, the how they apply the diff is really fast. They use some sort of lower token size model and all. I think there is a video about Cursor founder talking about it. So there was a technical and UX innovation together to make it happen. The second one was the Claude artifact. I think one of the challenges in the initial AI tools was the chat experience, and in the chat is very easy to get lose your context and whatever any results that you had. And Claude came up with this artifacts where the results was on the right hand side that you can refer all the time, you can edit it, you can ask follow-up question. I think that was a pretty interesting way, and that made it really useful for coding, doc generation, and a lot of other tasks where you need to maintain an intermediate result and mutate it over the course of the chat. The third one that I like is Google Notebook LM's podcast experience. And the best part here is reading through long form text is really boring, and all of the initial LLM experience was you were either typing and then figuring out, or you were reading the whole lot of text that was generated. And one of the things is that we all like most of people like listening to podcasts when they're going to gym or traveling, running. And the aspect that two people doing conversation is generally how you want to understand new topics. And that's what Google podcast experience, Google Notebook LLM based experience was. And this has been received really well in terms of the product launch. So that was the third. The fourth one that I wanted to highlight was a lot of natural language commands have come in. So for example, in Codium, or if you are using RCI peer review, you could just type /review in your PR and you can get the full review. So this aspect of bringing natural language has been pretty neat. And the fourth one has been the pre-canned prompt. So in this one, if you could see that when the user first comes to RCI, we give 4 sort of prompts that user can click through, like code-based summary, tell me something about code. And for these, we ensure that there is a pre-generated answer and it's faster. So that makes the experience a lot better. In our case, we do not pre-generate all the time, but these are the prompts and all are well tuned so that you get a good experience. When I was working at Google, we made also catch the prompt and ensure that it is of higher quality. So that gives a really good onboarding experience. So these are some of the experience that I really like. I think I also wanted to note down some of my thoughts on what we could be thinking when designing the AI product. Like the first one aspect is sort of pre-canned experience whenever user lands in, what are the zero state queries that you want to provide user with. The second aspect is there is a lot of latency when building AI application. So things like streaming can be really useful and engaging. Then artifacts, whenever you are designing chat, think about it. For example, if you are helping people design interior of a house, then maybe putting that interior on the right hand side, or writing doc, then generating the doc on the right hand side could be really helpful. And finally, bringing more of the real world experience into building AI application could be useful. Podcast was one, but maybe other kind of storytelling technique or depiction technique that we use in movies and all could be brought together. Let me know if there is anything interesting that you liked here or something I missed. Looking forward to learning from you. Thank you.